Jenna and Javier are nominated for eviction, but who will win the final Golden Power Veto competition of the season? Find out now on Big Brother Cheesecake 7 Chocolate Heaven. Hello, I'm Andrew Shevsik Moonves. Welcome to Big Brother Cheesecake 7 Chocolate Heaven. It's day 72 inside the Big Brother Cheesecake house, and this week, Brooke is the head of household, securing herself a spot in the final four. She nominated Javier and Jenna for eviction, but who will win the Golden Power Veto? We'll find out shortly. But first, this might finally be a short episode, because there wasn't a lot that happened inside the Big Brother Cheesecake house yesterday. It took 72 days, but people are finally tired. But also, I mean, this Alliance 5 Alive, they've worked together for the last month, and I think once Rayanne left, they realized they could breathe, take a bit of a break before the wackiness of the last 2 weeks. I will say, Brooke and Owen offered screenshots of the Alliance. I believe them, but they offered screenshots of the one-on-ones that showed the Alliance forming. And I do believe that there was no actual group chat. And actually, the alumni and the fans overall have been good. Not a single person has raised bloody murder, because I think after the whole alumni influencing the game bit that Kat started, people were just like, let's not stir the pot anymore and cause a whole shitload of crap. So, yay! But no, I believe them. Next year, what I will have to do, because I'm not willing to do the whole, you have to include me in your one-on-ones. I did the math. I think it's 133 one-on-one chats if every single person in the 16 people I cast has a one-on-one. No, I'm not reading that. But what I will do is I will tighten up the language so that instead of saying any alliance or group chats of 3 or more people must include myself, I'm going to say any alliances of 3 or more people must have a group chat including myself. So that next season, even if there is an alliance without a chat, you must make a chat in order for it to be functioning. So in case anybody's wondering, because a couple of people asked, no, I'm not upset or pissed off about it. It is a little less exciting than Umbop last season, but no, you played the game and you have every right to do what you did. And myself as host, or myself as a player, if I find loopholes in the rule, I absolutely will try to, squeeze my way through and use the loopholes. For instance, I'm playing actually Kennedy's game right now, Room Limit, and Kennedy had a competition where you had to determine which 14 songs were in this mashup of songs, and it was just a bunch of noise, and you had to listen really, really closely for the background music to hear what the songs were. Apparently Who Let the Dogs Out was one of them. Did not hear that clink clink thing. But I had no idea, so I asked production. I said, is there a maximum to how many songs I can guess? And they said no. So from 1991 to 2020, I Googled the top 100 songs of each year for 20 years, and I made a guess of 2,000 songs. And guess how many of those 2,000 songs of all time in the last 20 years made it into this mashup music video? None. Who Let the Dogs Out was not even one of the top 100 songs of the year 2000. That's a big load of bullshit. But anyway, I survived. That's all that matters. I'm in the final 7 in that game. And I have to say, playing an org at the same time as hosting is outrageously difficult, and I will never do it again. I used to be, in my 20s, I used to be able to do that, but I'm too old for this shit. So from now on, and I wasn't planning on doing it, but Kennedy asked me nicely to play, and so I said yes. And now I'm in the final 7, so it was worth it. But yeah, I used to play like Judy, like 6 at a time, and I don't even know how I did that. Like the maximum was 6, but I played 2, 3, or 4 at once a lot. In fact, both of the orgs that I won, I played multiple games during them, and it's too much. I don't think I will ever play more than 2 at once, and I will never host and play at the same time. Who am I kidding? Okay. Let's move on. So apparently Facebook has a new layout. Unless Mark Zuckerberg was drinking this morning, Facebook has a new layout. So if you go to the Big Brother Cheesecake org Facebook group on your desktop, the cover photo and the title is now on the left side of the screen and everything else is in the middle and the right. I think it looks like garbage. And unfortunately, it means that the cover photo doesn't come out nicely in the group chat or in the Facebook group. And so I apologize. I'm going to keep, because we're at day 72, I'm going to keep using the same cover photo. And next season, if Facebook doesn't change it back, I'm just going to come up with something else for that side. But it's just so frustrating. Like, I remember in All-Stars, Nicole got pissed because Facebook changed my profile picture from the left to the middle of the screen. And because of that, Nicole's face on the cover photo had my head on it if you were looking on a desktop. And Nicole got all pissed off. So in season, and rightfully so, and in season 6, I then adjusted the cover photo so that the middle had the logo and everybody was to the side of it. And Facebook moved it back and then blocked somebody else's head. I'm like, what the hell? So I absolutely hate that shit. So if you go to the Big Brother Cheesecake org Facebook group and you see that it's a funky layout, that's not me. That's Zuckerberg on acid. So anyway, the Hidden Immunity Idol. With the clues, berry compote, lava, vanilla ice cream, adventure, and Chops Grill. Still, nobody has found it. So let me see if I still have, midway through the season, let me see if it's still here. I took a screenshot, but I'm just going to read it out loud. Midway through the season, Owen went to Quebec City. And I'm like, wow, he's close to where the idol once was. And so I said in the group chat, and I said this multiple times, I believe, I'm going to guess 4, but at least 3 times I said in the episode, something along the lines of, Quebec City is gorgeous. Owen was there, and my photos are very similar. Check it out. I know I said on at least 2 or 3 occasions, definitely 2, I think at least 3, possibly 4, I said in the episode, Quebec City is beautiful. Owen's there now. My pictures are very similar to his pictures. Check it out. Did anybody actually check out my pictures from Quebec City? I don't think so. And maybe today, somebody will check out my pictures from Quebec City. And so tomorrow, you will see the thumbnail that was the Hidden Immunity Idol, which was on a cruise ship called Adventure of the Seas, which sailed out of Quebec City. And at Chops Grill, they had a best ever chocolate lava cake topped with vanilla ice cream and a berry compote. And that also is where Ben was this season. He was on a cruise, which is why none of you could reach Ben, but that was the clue, that he was stuck on a cruise. And so yeah, so if you go into my Facebook, I just told you, but it's been 72 days, I can't take it anymore. If you go to my Facebook, you click on Adventure of the Seas 2019, you will see that it started in Quebec City, which you should have checked it out because I said 4 times, check it out. You know, Owen was in Quebec City, so was I. Check it out. Nobody thought that was weird that I was telling you to look at a bunch of pictures of me in Quebec City 3 years ago? Like, do you think I'm that big of a narcissist that Owen is showing pictures of Quebec City and I'm telling you, look at my pictures instead? But anyway, there is a picture in there. It will be the thumbnail in tomorrow's episode. That is the Hidden Immunity Idol. All you had to do was take a screenshot of it and send it to me, and that would have been the idol. Oops! It's funny. Rhonda guessed that the chocolate cake was on a trolley in Chops Grill. They actually do use a trolley at Giovanni's table on Royal Caribbean ships, but not on Chops Grill. Anyway, so mystery solved. Okay, I think that's everything. Now let's get to the rules to the Golden Power Veto competition. So, as we all know, Javier and Jenna are nominated for eviction, but the Golden Power Veto can still change the nominations. We're down to the final 5, so of course, everybody is playing in the competition. It is called Big Brother Bishops, and here's how it works. You are all on an 8x8 chessboard, and you randomly decided a number from 1 to 5 prior to the start of the competition, and each of the 5 numbers was randomized using random.org onto a different spot on the chessboard. You can move, like a bishop, diagonally any number of squares. You are allowed to move over dead squares, and you are not allowed to jump over other house guests. Once you are totally blocked in, or at any point during the competition, which there was a point, I'm not going to reveal who, but if you look closely, there was one point, well, I will say it. At one point, Jenna should have not gone to... She should have not gone to 18. She should have attempted to go to 33, and then she would have had a long path. But we'll get to that in a second. Because one person, spoiler alert, crushed this competition and had like 8 moves at the end that they could have made. But anyway, at any point during the competition, or if you have no more moves to make, you can take a trivia question, and if you get the trivia question right, you can move like a king, 1 space up, down, left, or right, which will also change your shade trajectory, because some of you are on shaded squares, some of you are not on shaded squares, and so in order to potentially get into a better path, you have to use that to your advantage. I will reveal now that nobody got the trivia question correct. Not one person. I will quickly say what they were. I'm not going to say who took them, but the people eliminated took them. The 3 trivia questions that I revealed to 2 house guests, and then 1 person did it for fun, were: put these Manic Music Monday songs from the Big Brother Cheesecake theme in chronological order, starting with the earliest. A. Drake Milligan, Sounds Like Something I Do. B. NSYNC, Tearing Up My Heart. C. Dustin Lynch, Party Mode. D. Camila Cabello, Bam Bam. E. Charlie Puth, Light Switch. The correct answer was D, C, A, E, B. Then there was also put these shirts in the order Andrew Shevsik Moonves wore them on the eviction night, starting with the earliest. A. Black Under Armour shirt. B. Dark green t-shirt. C. Mustard yellow t-shirt. D. Pink and blue striped t-shirt. E. Pink t-shirt. B, E, D, A, C. And the last one was put these YouTube thumbnails in the order they appeared this season, starting with the earliest. A. Glass of chocolate milk. B. Smarties logo. C. A baseball player's behind. D. The Ogo Pogo. E. Owen's bicep. The correct answer was C, D, E, B, A. The other 2 trivia questions I'm going to recycle for something else. So, nobody got the trivia question right. Is everybody ready? Let's get to the results. Okay, so I took screenshots of what happened. As I mentioned, nobody got a trivia question correct. Jenna at one point could have made a move. You're going to see it. She could have made a move if she got a trivia question right down to 33, and that would have possibly given her the win. But one person absolutely crushed this competition. Probably the most decisive victory in a chess competition ever, which is good because 3 of the 6 chess winners went on to win the season. And for Bishops, which was in season 2, Chanel won it, and she went on to win the competition. So, let's see what happened. Owen, congratulations, you have won the Golden Power Veto. You have until 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tonight to privately message me whether or not you are using the Golden Power Veto, and if so, on Javier or Jenna. Brooke, no need to name a replacement nominee because if Owen does use it, there's only one option. So, will Owen use the Golden Power Veto? Find out tomorrow in the Golden Power Veto ceremony. Saturday is Extra Whip, where Rayanne will join Brazil Nicole possibly Curtis and I, to dish the dirt. And Sunday is the next live eviction and head of household competition, where another house gets to be evicted from the Big Brother Cheesecake 7 house, get a tummy ache from eating too much chocolate, and lose their shot at the $700 cash prize. And we will find out the identities of the final 4. I'm Andrew Shetsy Moonves. Take care, and remember, if the diameter of your nipple is greater than that of a Reese's peanut butter cup, yes, you should put a shirt on. Good night.